Well, glory be and mercy me, we've done it yet again. Apologies in advance. It's a very windy day today, so if the audio goes a little, I apologize. I'm doing my best. I'm just a man with a smartphone, trying to tell the truth. So today I was looking through the news, right, in order to spark the inspiration for today's video. Not much in terms of big splashy news stories, honestly, in terms of international politics or large meta commentary. But I did find there was an unusual thing that occurred to me while I was going through the news. I was flipping through articles, going to my usual sources, all of this, and what floats up in front of me is yet another school shooting, right? A young man has picked up a gun, gone into a school, shot it up, people dead, people wounded, all of the usual stuff. And I found myself thinking, oh no, I can't talk about that. That's not really even newsworthy any longer. And I moved on. And as I moved on, it really struck me. A young man can pick up an assault rifle, a weapon, in the United States, walk in to a school, shoot it up, destroy the place completely, kill people, wound them, be arrested, create a catastrophe for that community in that environment, and it's not newsworthy whatsoever. It's become normal. It's become normalized. This extreme act of violence that has no equivalent, is being done regularly in the United States. Because of the pandemic, there's been a decline in the events of it occurring. But now that school's back on, we're back right on pace. And what breaks my heart about it isn't just that it occurs as an event. It's that even me, even someone like me, who is standing in front of the world saying that we are in the middle of a hysteria put forward by the capitalist death cult, has become numbed to the idea that there are regular school shootings in America. This is the sign of a culture gone mad. That the normalization of this violence, the normalization of these events, the normalization by the government and the corporate sector, by the capitalist death cult, of extreme tragedies that no other nation is experiencing. Certainly not on this scale. This is a uniquely American phenomenon. And it really shows me, and shows us all, that this normalization of these extreme acts of violence, of this extreme situation, is exactly how the capitalist death cult is going to act with other tragedies and other forms of societal decay. Something like climate change isn't going to be confronted, isn't going to be paid attention to, isn't going to be done anything about. No one's going to do anything about it in the capitalist death cult. All they're going to do is talk about the event on an individual level, just like they talk about these shooters on an individual level. They talk about every single time there's a shooter, they talk about the shooter as an individual in a vacuum, disconnected from all other things, which is what they're doing to the weather events for climate change, which is what they're doing for the financial collapses that occur within the system, while trying to convince us that there are no systems, there is no structure, we don't need to pay attention to any of it. Can we keep going on this way? Can we keep living this way? Can we keep acting as though what we are doing is reasonable and rational? While our children pick up weapons in their despair and their anxiety and their anger and their rage and open fire on their communities, because they know a child can see that there is no future here. There is no future here. And these kids are being brought into this reality. These kids are being brought into this reality with this expectation that there might be something worthwhile here for them to achieve, for them to accomplish, for them to do. And then they're told, oh, go flip a burger, go fail somewhere, go die in a hole for the capitalist death cult. Is it any small wonder? Is it any small wonder that we're getting these results? When climate change begins to burn our cities down, will we act in such a way as well? Will we say, oh, there goes another Lytton. Oh, there goes Kamloops this time. Oh, another event, oh, what can you do? A tragedy to be sure, but oh well. They'll just have to pick up the pieces and move on. It seems as though that's what we're going to do, because it seems as though it's all we're capable of doing. That when these school shootings became notorious, we all remember Columbine, instead of the state apparatus, instead of the communities and the government insisting that something be done to prevent such an occurrence, instead of that, we've made the problem worse. You can walk into a gun shop as a 16-year-old and walk out with an AR-15. No background checks, no nothing. In you go, out you go. Kids who can't even vote, kids who can't even buy alcohol, have access to high-powered weaponry. And there's nothing we can do about it, given the current configuration of the law, such that law exists in the death cult. We have to rebel. We have to rebel. There is no solution left to us. There is nothing left that can be done. The people who are part of the death cult do not care. They have been bought by enormous institutions that have only one goal, which is to make money for themselves in this hysteria of money worship. We have to organize, we have to find organizations, we have to erect new structures, and with our collective mass might, we have to overwhelm the death cult with our numbers and overthrow it. We don't have another option. We don't have anything else that we can do. Which is what we're doing on my live stream, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come on in. We're steadily putting it together, steadily trying to find allegiances and organize ourselves so that we can actually do what must be done. If you've made it to this point, please like, please share, please subscribe. Think about donating $1 to my Patreon. These are dark days, and the capitalist death cult is going to make our misery as normal as it possibly can, so that it can maintain this system that it lives in. We need it to die. We have to kill it. Always remember, guys, you are a divine being, a quantum being, standing around in quantum energy. These billionaires are spending hundreds of billions of dollars in the hopes that you'll never realize it. Because if you do, you might realize that you are their peers and their equals, and they can't have that. Revolt, rebel, repent. Good luck. We're gonna need it.